Hey guys, so right now I'm gonna make a video that was actually inspired by one of my friends on YouTube and Instagram. Her name is SpongeGirl319. She does have another channel, but this is like her most recent one she made, and it's on that channel where I saw her video on her Nintendo DS collection, and I decided to make a video game collection of my own. I do have a lot of video games from when I was a kid until now, and so I don't know if I'll have to do this in different parts, but we'll see what happens. So right now I'm just going to show you the games that I actually have in my room at this very moment. They're all PlayStation 3 games, so I'll just show you like which ones I have. Okay, so these are all the games that I have out in my room. I do have one Wii game here, and it's Super Smash Brothers Brawl. And then all my PlayStation games are the following. I have the Walking Dead Survival Instinct game, which is like a spin-off of the regular show, but with Daryl and Merle as the main characters. I also have Hannah Montana the movie. This isn't the movie itself, it's just like the game based on the movie. And then I have 3 Yakuza games from the Yakuza series. I have Yakuza 3, 4, and Dead Souls. As you can see there. I don't have the other ones because some of them aren't in the US and others are for PlayStation 2 and I don't own one, so yeah. Alright, and then the last one I have, wait, no, I showed this already. The last one that I actually have that I'm going to show you is the Naruto Shippuden. No, this is not Shippuden, this is the regular one. This is Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. This was before Shippuden. And here's what it looks like in the back. Let me show you what the back of the Yakuza games look like. So here's Dead Souls, which is like a zombie game. Then we have Yakuza 4, which is like the regular one with no zombies. And the same with this one. This is Yakuza 3. So yeah. Alright, now I'm going to take you to the computer room where I keep my other games. In the meantime, enjoy this lovely mess of stuffed animals and dolls that I have. Alright, so here is where I keep all of my other games. It's kind of dusty here because I don't come here that often. Although I did put my 3DS in here the other day. So, this is the DS that I'm currently using. It's my Nintendo 3DS. And... whoa. So here's my game case. I have this, which holds regular DS games, and this one holds 3DS games. And then here, barnacles. Here's my DS itself. And I have an extra like stylus pen just in case I lose the other one, because you never know. So it looks like a magic wand because of the little star on top, but yeah. Alright, so here is my 3DS, and this is what it looks like when you open it. This is actually like a screen cleaner thing when you want to wipe up the fingerprints from there. So I use that. And then let's see what game I have in here so far. Let's see. I have Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, which is like the newest DS game that I got. Let me try to stuff this back in here with one hand. I will stuff my DS and everything. I'm trying to not, like, ruin anything, so... okay. Now for the games that I have up here, I have Pokemon X, Super Smash Bros. For 3DS, and I have Pokemon Omega Ruby. And then in this game case, I have like regular DS games. This is really old. I have Princess Debut down there. I have the new Super Mario Bros. Game. Pokemon Black. My Japanese coach. Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs, and Pets Dog Pack. This one, the Pets game, I actually never bought it. I actually found it like in the middle of the street when we were leaving McDonald's, which was kind of weird. But no one was there, so I was just like, alright. It was just like laying in the middle of the street. It was so weird. Like, it didn't have a DS or anything, so I just took the game home because I was like, no one's looking for it. So, yeah, it's amazing the things that you find in the middle of the street sometimes. It's amazing. I'm surprised that it never got run over by a car or anything. That would have been terrible. Alright, so I have 2 other DS cases here. And actually I have one more, but it's like somewhere tucked in there. This is the one that I used to carry my 3DS in. I don't do that anymore because I have this one now. So this is a Monster High one. And it has, let me show you what is inside. Alright, so inside my case I have the matching stylus that came with it, and it kind of looks like a pencil, which I thought was really cute. And it has like a little skelet keychain hanging there. And then I have this deck of Powerpuff Girls trading cards from when I was a little kid. A little interesting fact that you might not know about me. When I was a kid, I was crazy obsessed with Powerpuff Girls. Like, crazy. Like, everything in my life was Powerpuff Girls. Like, everything. Even the food. Like, I remember there were, like, these little food packs. They were called, like, Kid Cuisine or something like that. And they had a Powerpuff Girls one at one point, and that food used to make me sick, and it was kind of gross, but I would eat it anyway just because of the Powerpuff Girls thing. It was, I don't know, I was a weird kid. Well, not much has changed, honestly. So anyway, so I have my deck of cards from when I was a kid, and then in this Hello Kitty game case, this is really old. This is actually where I have my first ever Nintendo DS, which is a DS Lite, and I have the charger for the DS Lite, so, because you never know. Here it is. This is extremely old. I got this like 10 years ago. So here's the old DS. But it's in pretty good shape though, not gonna lie. It only has like a little, let me try to get close here. See that little crack right there? That's the only thing that's wrong with it, and honestly I don't even know how that happened, but it hasn't like loosened or anything. Like, I know that some of the DS's that I see, they're in horrible shape, and I'm just like, I would not want that to happen to my DS, so I have that, and there's no games in there. This is the thing to put your Game Boy Advance games in, and this is the thing to put your DS games in, so you could like put both versions of games. I don't think you can do that with the 3DS, which kind of sucks. Let's check the other pocket. I do know I have one thing in here, and this I used to do crazy things with. My action replay, which is basically like this thing where you put cheat codes in, or you put like some kind of game codes that make you do weird things. Like in Pokemon, you can get like 1 billion Master Balls. It was crazy. I actually used that to my advantage, and I could catch all the Pokemon I wanted. And I was lucky because I used the action replay on my Pokemon Diamond game one time. And I put the code in to get like 1 million Master Balls. And can you believe I ran into a Baniri? An ultra rare... No, I'm thinking of Shopkin, sorry. The shiny Pokemon. You know, shiny Pokemon, they have like... They are super rare, and they come in like a color that's different from their regular selves. I got a shiny Baniri, and I caught it with a Master Ball. It was awesome. I was so glad. And Baniri, when it's a shiny, it's awesome because it's pink. So I was really happy when I saw that. And I have her now. anyways, back to my games. So these are the controllers I have for my GameCube. I had a black GameCube, so of course I had the little matching controllers for me and my friend whenever he came over. Well, I had another friend who was into games too, so sometimes she'd come over, or he'd come over, or they'd both come at the same time, and that's when things got a little tough, because I only had 2 controllers. But anyway, I don't know where my GameCube is, though. Like, when we moved here, my mom said she put it in the basement, but I don't know which part of the basement it's at. And that place is like a jungle, so I'm not gonna, like, bother looking for it. Here are my old game systems, like handheld game systems, and I have a lot of games in here. Here is my pink Game Boy Advance see-through. Let's see what game I have in here. I have Mojo Jojo A Go-Go for Powerpuff Girls. I used to hate this game, I'm not gonna lie. I loved Powerpuff Girls, but I could never understand that game. And I still don't understand it. I hate it so much. This is my Game Link cable for when I would trade Pokemon with my friend. And I have a Game Boy Color. This was my first ever Game Boy with Pokemon Yellow inside. Here's my Nintendo, what's this called? The SP, I think. It's like a Game Boy Advance, but like flipping. You flip it. Yeah, here it is. I don't use this. Unfortunately, I can't use it because the battery is dead. And I have no idea where the charger is. So that's kind of bad. I really want to use this because I used to be obsessed with using this. I would use this more than the Game Boy Advance. Like, once this came out, whew, I put this to the side and I just went on with this one. Because this one had backlighting. Like, this automatically came with its own light. Game thingies like this, you had to buy, like, a separate light in order to be able to see what the heck you were doing. It was so annoying. But anyway, let's see what game I have in here. I have Super Mario Advance. And here's what that looks like. And then, let's see. Oh, these wireless adapters. These were basically Game Link cables, but wireless, obviously. This came with my Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green games, I remember. I think I used them like a few times when I was trading and battling with my friend, but yeah. Anyways, so let's see. I have a Tetris game that my cousin gave to me a million years ago. A Super Mario World game, which is also a game that I found in the middle of the street. This was another game that I found, and I just picked it up and took it with me. I've been kind of lucky with finding games in the middle of the street. I don't know why. But anyway, I have a Super Mario Brothers 3 game, or what does that say up there? Super Mario Advance 4. Alright. Well, I have it anyway. I have Yoshi's Island. Right here. Secret Agent Barbie. Why isn't this focusing? Alright. I have Mario Kart Super Circuit, which if my memory is not totally twisted, I think that this game came bundled with this, if I remember correctly. I have Powerpuff Girls Him and Seek. This was an awesome game. I loved it. I love this game. It was like a scavenger hunt type of thing, and you have to like basically battle bad guys while finding stuff. So that was an awesome game, not gonna lie. Here's my Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire game. I have Pokemon Emerald version here. I have Pokemon Oh My Gosh version. Pokemon Leaf Green version. They should have a Pokemon OMG version, though. Just saying. Pokemon Sapphire. And I have Pokemon Ruby. One of my all-time favorites. Actually, between Ruby and Crystal... Well, actually, I think Crystal takes first place. This is my all-time favorite Pokemon game in the history of Pokemon. I'm so in love with Crystal. and Ruby. This was my first ever Pokemon game, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, but Red was first, because back when I was a little kid, red was my favorite color. Another childhood fact. Then later on I started becoming the pink freak that I am today. And then here I have my 3 Powerpuff Girls Game Boy Color games. I have Bad Mojo Jojo, Battle Hymn, and Paint the Townsville Green. I don't know why there's like a huge chunk of microchip like taken off of this one, and then these other 2 have like a full set of microchips and whatever. I don't know why this looks funny. Someone gave this to me, so I don't know if they did something to it, or I hope it's not a creepy pasta game though. Although I've never had an issue with this game. Except it's weird because like all of the trading cards and all of the like secret codes and stuff, they're all unlocked. And I have like all the levels for the game unlocked as well, which is weird. I guess, I don't know. The person must have done something to the game. I have no clue. Anyway, here's my Pokemon Fire Red version. Lilo and Stitch. This is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team. Then we have Pac-Man Collection. And lastly, we have Air Force Delta Storm. I don't like this game at all. I'm not gonna lie. I always wanted to trade it in at GameStop, but I completely forgot to do it, and now it's kind of too late for that. Because Game Boy Advance is ancient history, according to them. So, yeah, I don't know. And my other cousin gave that to me. And I tried to get into it, but it wasn't a thing. Now I gotta put all of these wonderful games away. Alright. Oh my goodness. Everything's dark! Oh my gosh, everything's dark. This is terrible. Oh my god, my battery on my phone is like getting too hot or whatever, and now I have no light. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna move on to part 2. I just want to make sure my phone cools down for a while, because I am not gonna record a video like this. I'm sorry. That's just not happening. So, I will get back to you guys in a while, just until my phone cools down, and I'll see you again in part 2.